Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room, until they get to the league.
Right, of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you. You want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
Okay, that makes sense.
This team is a meritocracy. You get the minutes you earn. Nothing's given. It doesn't matter what your draft position is or how much you're getting paid. You get it done out there on the court, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
So just so I'm clear, how do you make that decision? Like, will you let me know when I've done enough to become a starter?
Yeah, we've got some milestones we want to see you hit. You hit them, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much appreciated, Coach.
Good. Now get ready. It's almost game time.
All right. I'll see you later, Coach.
See you.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, that seemed fair.
It's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but you know only starters get endorsement deals, right?
I already know. You know, dudes on the bench ain't getting no shoe deal.
They're not. Not right now, but that day will come.
Okay.
For right now, just take this in. We in the league. I mean, you ever visualize something like this?
You know what, P, man? I never really thought about what the tunnel looks like, man.
No. I'm not talking about the tunnel. I'm talking about right here. You and me, you getting ready to play in your first NBA game.
Honestly, no. You know, nothing prepares you for this, man. No matter how many high-pressure situations that you face, this is different, man.
Or what about that open run I got you an invitation to? You know, things got a little heated between you know who, yeah?
Well, yeah, that was dope, but we didn't have 20,000 people watching us, man.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's different.
All right, then.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
But hey, look, though, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I know you gotta go win that game.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, so, make Plainview proud, yeah?
You already know what it is, P.
You know. Plainview.
The wait is finally over. Opening night is upon us. New faces and new places. And MP will be making his debut right here in front of a raucous home crowd on 2K Sports.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and bitches, they know that I love them, I got them all holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, this for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Indiana Pacers. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that matchup with the Magic, that'll be their fourth outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the 1 spot. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These are the first minutes for the first-round pick.
And I have high hopes for MP over the course of his career. This guy's a student of the game and was a fanatic about Jordan's Bulls when he was growing up.
And here's Ivy. Inside. Here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Turner with the screen for Siakam. 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harris misses.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
That free throw, no good. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
Back to Halliburton. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Halliburton a screen on Harris. And a wide open look for Siakam. Connects from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Cunningham. And that one drops for him.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Siakam finds Nembhard. And here's Halliburton. No good on that one. Cunningham with some nice D. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler. I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. The Pistons making a change here. Beasley's checked in.
On the floor for your Pistons, number 5, Malik Beasley.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Turner with a screen for Mathurin. And he banks in the layup.
A smooth operator in that pick and roll. Mathurin understanding how to capitalize with that handle.
Ivy passes to Cunningham. To the inside. Here's Duran. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
No good on the free throw. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duran had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duran knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots, shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hard-working people that really value hard-working teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Harris kicks to Ivy. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. 4 on the shot clock. Beasley for 3. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Pass to Turner. And stolen by Harris. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. Now Beasley. Cunningham on the wing. 4 on the clock. And Cunningham with the slam.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
Pass to Nembhard. Poked away. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Beasley with it. He's covered by Halliburton. Cunningham dishes it to Beasley. Duran sets the screen for Harris. And they take the lead.
And that mid-range jumper, Harris's go-to shot before he developed the consistency from range.
Halliburton with it. Nothing on the board. Turner with a screen on Cunningham. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pistons lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
So we've got a report from the sideline. Let's get the scoop on MP.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to grow a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career, guys.
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. On the court right now for the Pacers. MP out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's James Wiseman. Then there's Aaron Nesmith. And it's Toppin in at the 4 spot. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Here's Sasser, covered by MP. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
MP finds Halliburton. Indiana moving it around. MP passes to Toppin. Back to MP. Off target with his three. The Pistons lead it. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. And that one, good. Halliburton's got 4 points this quarter.
And when you have Halliburton's size as a guard, you should be comfortable working inside.
Here's Sasser. 5 points in the game. And it's Beasley in the corner. The rebound by Halliburton.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
High. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Malik Beasley.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
That one is off. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Like 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Ivy's checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser. Ivy on the wing. Harris outside. Wide open. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Back to Nembhard. Siakam, right side. Hits it from 3-point range. Siakam's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Back to Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Siakam outside. To the middle. MP kicks to Siakam. Turner with a screen on Cunningham. That puts them in the lead. Nembhard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
The shot by Ivy, no good. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And here's MP for 3. The Pacers getting another chance here. And Turner kicks to Siakam. Fires the 3. Duren pulls it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Harris, 2 shots.
shooting 2.
The first one falls.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Now Nembhard. MP outside. And it's off from three-point range. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
MP from deep three-point land. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's Detroit leading by just 1. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
You look at the Pistons, I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good, I'd be dominating down low, I'd be picking up that big old dub.
So, Shaq, how many of those Game 1 home openers did you actually win over your career? And now, let's get into the Indiana Pacers game. It's been a close one so far.
They should just keep shooting three-pointers. It's worked well for them. Why ever go inside?
Do I detect a note of sarcasm?
That's not a note, that's a whole chorus. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. A 2-point game. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. The best three-point shooter, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
Halliburton passes to Turner. And it's blocked.
Well, I want to see more of this from Durham. Nice effort using his size to make an impact defensively.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. The Pacers making a switch here. MV's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Here's Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Throw good, Siakam.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Indiana. And so he hits both. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Harris. Here's Cunningham. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now, here's Cunningham. 10 points for him. There's the drive. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. And so it's Indiana with it. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Well, what impresses me is MP's focus. He's not just throwing it up from way out there.
On the wing, Harris. He's got 6. Back to Cunningham. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. No good. Shot missing. Pacers leading by 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
And that one misses. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Stewart checked in for Tobias Harris. Hardaway comes in for Asar Thompson. Beasley's checked in for Jaden Ivey. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cunningham. Indiana also making some changes. Obi Toppin's checked in for Turner. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Halliburton. And the second free throw, good. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Sasser with it. He's got 5. Beasley outside. And the 3 off target.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Hardaway passes to Duren. Here's ball movement by Detroit. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Siakam finds MP. Here's Nesmith. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 4 rebounds in this game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Beasley. Sasser with it. A three-pointer, no good.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pistons trailed by 9. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got MP. Isaiah Jackson up there with Toppin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 spot. Halliburton passes to MP. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Sasser. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Indiana.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Free throw good. Sasser. Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. And he makes both free throws. Here's Halliburton. Pass to MP. From outside the arc. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
Nice looking 3 ball by MP. proven he can hurt you from downtown.
Beasley with a screen on Halliburton. Sasser finds Beasley, and he lays it straight in. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And that one is good. And the Pacers lead by 8. Pistons shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's Sasser. He's covered by Halliburton. Sasser can't hit. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jackson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Beasley outside. Pass to Holland. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Attention fans, we got t-shirts. It's coming at you. So make some noise. You don't know what. Make some noise.
Entirely new group now out there. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for MP. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Siakam outside. And there it is for him. And the Pacers lead by 8.
And wiry strong, Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
Thompson passes to Cunningham.
Indiana foul. Tyrese Halliburton. Second personal foul. Team second. At the line for Detroit, Cunningham. Cade Cunningham. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
And so Cunningham nails both of them. Indiana leading by 6. Halliburton passes to Turner. Siakam with it. There's the 3. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Mathurin. Halliburton outside. Down low. 6 to shoot. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And you Turner goes, has the strength needed to work through the contact and finish.
At the line for the Pacers, Turner. Miles Turner. One shot.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Cunningham for three. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
I love that move by Cunningham to create the space for himself.
Back to Halliburton. Turner with the screen. Back to Nembhard. From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. Nembhard's got the lead back up to 9 now for Indiana. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Cunningham's shot is off.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Turner with a screen on Cunningham. And it's Halliburton missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Halliburton against Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, Cunningham, offensively, he can hurt you in so many ways, and he's got it all working tonight.
Pass to Nembhard. Siakam against Harris. Halliburton outside. Thompson with the rebound.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Back to Halliburton. Wants to get it to Turner and does. Thompson comes with the double team. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. So the Pacers take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you. But they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press looking for quotes.
They can hit me up on text, too?
They do. And you will want to handle this like you would any regular press conference. You want no comment? No comment. You want to answer? Go ahead and answer. Just remember, everything you say is on the record and has an impact. Most importantly, on your team chemistry and your public perception. Okay?
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game has just ended, okay? All I'm asking is that you take a moment to think before you respond. Words can get twisted easily in the league, and what might seem like a harmless bit of bragging could be taken as a slight. A teammate, by an opponent, a coach, you name it.
I'm under a microscope now.
That's right. All part of the business.
Understood.
Great. If you have any other concerns, press or PR related, you know where to find me.
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game.
Look, everyone thinks what happens out there is what creates an NBA legend, but they're wrong. 90% of the work happens here, behind the scenes, at practice, in the gym, at film sessions, and in the locker room.
I agree. The games are where you prove that you've been putting in the work. No shortcuts.
Yeah, correct. Over here is the entrance to our practice facility, and over there is the gym.
Everything all in one place. That's great.
Yep. We made everything as convenient as possible, so there is no excuse to not put the work in. Now, come here. Right here, we've got everything related to your schedule, including those key games we talked about based on your personal goals.
Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your playing career, which is critical. But you need to remember, you become the best version of you so we can become the best version of us.
Coach, you have to put that on a t-shirt.
I am serious, MP.
I'm serious too. You become
This is a team game. Everything you do both on and off the court affects our ability to win games. Okay, team chemistry is vitally important to our success, and if you do things that negatively affect that, you hurt the team. A press conference answer that rubs someone the wrong way might mean they look you off when you're open, and now we're taking a contested shot instead of an open one. It's all connected, and it all matters. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Good. Now rest up, rehydrate, and follow the trainer's plan to a T. Proper recovery is just as important as proper training. And you get back to work tomorrow.